Hey everyone. So, I think I have figured out a little bit of a better angle. Sorry guys, I'm really new at this. There, now you can at least see my food as it all falls over. Okay, so today I have, let's start over here. I have some little rice crackers, some red peppers, hummus, Honeycrisp apple, my favorite, some snow peas, and some little tiny gingerbread bite cookies that I made for a bake sale and that I have left over. So, alright guys, how's your Saturday going? Hopefully today goes better than yesterday. Let me tell you about our yesterday. So, we have been decorating for Christmas. Decluttering and decorating for Christmas. And it has been quite a process. Cosmic Carrie, I see you. So, maybe that's better. So you can at least see me. So, as I said, we live in a building, apartment building, and our stuff is downstairs in a storage locker. We're lucky because we're one of the originals in the building. Oh, I have a tangerine too. That we have a full locker, which is really cool. So, our locker is like, we're at the front of the building, and the locker is downstairs and at the back of the building. So my husband, Kevin, my son Axel went and got everything. We have a lot of stuff. I'm kind of obsessed with Christmas decorations. And we start putting things up. Let me tell you how awesome it is to decorate. So, I went through a severe depression after my mom passed away. For roughly a year and a half. I don't remember a lot of the time from then, which is very weird to experience. I have to have people tell me things or remind me, and then sometimes it will trigger the memory. So, anyway, I don't want to get into the long story of everything. We're talking about yesterday. So, I was decorating out here. I put the tablecloth on here, I placed mats, a couple of decorations, and then I decorated the living room. And Axel was in his bedroom doing his stuff. So, Axel has asthma. It's not major. He has buffers for emergency, but rarely has to use them, thankfully. And he started coughing. Nothing major. So, he comes out of his room, and he says, I have to go out for some fresh air. I said, okay. So, I'm just decorating away. He comes back in a few minutes later. He is white as a ghost and shaking, quivering. I don't know how to explain it. I think his body was in shock. So I panicked, obviously. I said, "Do you need to go to the hospital?" He said, "Hardly could say. I don't know. I can't breathe." So I said, "Okay." I ran to call 911. Explained what's going on. And the operator said, "Okay, has he done his puffers?" I said, "Yes." She asked which ones. He has the orange and blue. I said he's done both. He's done the blue a couple of times. And she said, "Can he talk?" I said, "Hardly at all." I explained what he looked like. She said, "Get him to do the puffer again." I said, "Okay." And she told me that emergency crew was on the way. So I'm moving stuff out of the way, putting the dog in the bedroom because he freaks out if there's anybody different in the house. And he was already panicking anyway because he sensed that something was wrong with Axel when he was outside. So the whole time that he was outside, he was whining and crying, which is not normal. And then the next thing I know, my phone rings. It's kind of a blur. We have 3 firefighters coming in, asking questions. One of them's writing stuff down. They're checking his heart, checking his breathing. Saying who they are. And then I can't remember how long it was, but it was quite fast. The EMS, like paramedics, showed up. They come in. And then the firefighters left. Even trying to remember things, I'm like, wow. I can't believe that happened. So they assessed him very quickly. Put him on the oxygen tank with a nebulizer with medicine in it. Hooked him up to the heart monitor. And he was under a lot of stress, obviously. So asking questions. Giving him time to recuperate so that he could answer them. Because they didn't want me to answer because they need to see if the person is actually breathing. Man. I don't know how long from when I called 911 until I was actually with it enough to message Kevin to let him know, because Kevin was at work, that we were on our way to the hospital. I think we might have already been in the ambulance. So they get him to the point where he is at least not in danger. And they say that he's got to go to the hospital. So I say, okay, I can come in an Uber. And they said, no, you come with us. And I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't know that. So I go and get ready. Charlie gets out, tries to attack the ambulance driver. He just was like, what? I'm sure that they seem worse. And Charlie can't bite, so we assured him of that. So I get him back in the bedroom and get ready. They take Axel outside. I come out, get in the ambulance, buckle in. They've got him hooked up to the nebulizer. His score was still pretty low on the machines. So they said, okay, well, keep it on and keep talking calmly and let's see what we can do. So we get into the hospital. I go in first. I gotta get a little visitor badge. And they bring Axel in. And it's not even that busy, which is shocking because honestly, the times that I've been there numerous times with my mom, excuse me, it was packed. Like, I mean, we're very blessed here to have amazing hospitals, and the staff is just phenomenal. So when you see them running around, code this, code that, it always amazes me that they can function. I mean, Jesus. So we get him admitted, and we go to the waiting area. It wasn't that long. The nurse came. They bring him to the room to assess him and say, okay, well, you know, everything looks so right now. They asked him if he wanted an x-ray or blood work done, and he said no if he didn't have to. So, obviously, sorry, my nose is running, my goodness. So, they said, okay, let's wait and see the doctor, and he'll assess you, and we'll go from there. So we go down to another room, and they put him on the nebulizer there, with medicine in the bottom of it. And he has to take that for about an hour. By that time, Kevin is already there. I guess it was about an hour on the machine. And the doctor came in and assessed him. They breathe into this like little tube, and it measures the strength of your exhale to see how you're improving. When he first did it, after he was already taking the meds and everything, he was at about 300, which was borderline worrisome. If it goes under 300, they advise you to go to the ER. So by the end of this, he was at 450, thank God. So he ended up with a prescription. He has to take his orange puffer 2 times a day for 5 days, and then just carry it with him. So unfortunately, one of the downfalls of cleaning is dust, and that can trigger allergic reaction. But They did ask if there was a chance that it could have been gluten. So, our home is vegan, but Kevin isn't gluten-free. So he has his own toaster, and he'll use different utensils, and he has his own pot for cooking gluten things if he wants to. But that's going to change. So we are going to be a fully gluten-free home, because if there's any chance or possibility that that was from a simple crumb, that is just too scary and not worth the risk. So that was our yesterday. Thankfully, we came home. He had a little bit of a headache, so he ended up taking some Advil before bed. That was just, while it's all happening, you're watching it go on, but you're not really thinking. Or I think you're thinking of the things that you need to think of, and you're not thinking of anything else at that moment, if that makes sense. And it was literally like hours went by so quick, and yet it seems while it's happening, it's taking forever. And I am just so thankful that we live here and that we have amazing health care and people who have these jobs are just phenomenal. There's no other way to explain it. Instantly, they helped him calm down, and they just have a way about them. I mean, I feel like you're chosen for that profession, or that profession chooses you. And I'm so grateful that they were here and that it happened in the way that it did and when it did, I guess, so that I was home. Because I don't know if he would have been aware enough to handle it. But I mean, now we talked about it and everything, so he knows not to let it get that bad. Oh my goodness. Anyway, that's my eating show today. I hope you guys are going to have a good Saturday and enjoy your day. Hopefully you're decorating too if you celebrate Christmas. We don't celebrate Christmas the way, like, some people do. We just have kind of non-traditional. We're having some friends over on Wednesday night. So I don't know if maybe I'll film some of that. That would be kind of cool. I don't know if anybody will be into that. But yeah. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. I wanted to give a shout out to Madison Mukbang because her kitty Sally died. And I was watching her video and crying. And I feel so sad. So it's really hard when you lose a fur baby. Especially they're such a huge part of your life. And I want to say thank you to the other people who are watching my videos and commenting, liking, subscribing. I'm going to try and do one every day, but I'm not going to commit to that because right now I'm able to, but our lives are extremely busy. So we'll see what happens. All right. Have a great day. Love you. Keep smiling. Bye.